Well, I fall like a lot, and it was really hard. But like that day, I thought like I can't learn in one day.
It was like we didn't even know how to skate, so we were always just sleeping, like sleep on the ice.
My first step on the ice was just extremely difficult. And then I fell down, and then again, and I fell down again, maybe 100 times, and then I got it.
The great feeling is just running in the ice, and that feels so good. That's my favorite part, you know, when I just got in the ice, and I like to just skate. And I don't know, there's a really good feeling inside me. Coming over from Ethiopia without a family was a bit of challenging. It was hard to live without my mom and dad, because I miss them so much, and I never been away from them until I was 16, until I came here. My dad has so a member with another party in Ethiopia to against the government. He thinks they might use us or his family to get information from him. They might like torture us. They might take like needs from us, and they might take us in jail. So same thing happened after I left my country. I guess it's 6 months. They took my dad in jail, and they took my sister too. They were torturing her, and at the end of the day, he followed up his lawyers and everything, and he got free from the prison.
You know, at first I thought he felt the answer was just get some part-time work and make some money and just concentrate on that, but then his grades were slipping, and then we talked about that, and it shifted to where he understood how important education was and that there was help. It's okay to ask for help.
So the people, you know, in my church, they helped me with a lot of being like us being alone here. Yeah, and it was really good to have someone from your country also, and someone that can understand you, and someone who knows where you are going through, you know, any struggles and everything.
I'm from Miskolc, Hungary. We moved to Germany about the same reason, about the job, like because there also the job is better than here. But when we moved there, we lived there for almost 2 years, and then our friends live here. He gave one better job to my stepfather, so that's why we moved here, because here the payment is much better than Germany. Like the German is also better than Hungary.
I did not want to move at all. I know it was wrong because we had to move, and my parents were like, we had to, and we were going. But like I remember that day, I was crying and crying and crying. I did not want to leave because my friends still there. Like we could leave, but other people couldn't. Like not everyone can leave, and I was just crying. I didn't want to leave my school and my friends, my family, everything. When we moved to Turkey, like we moved in a very hard way. We were in a very small tent we lived, and not a lot of water, like electricity wasn't that good, goes off and on, and there were a lot of people, a lot, like very poor people. I remember it because they did not have anything and they left Syria. And they didn't, like, for us, we didn't bring anything with us to Turkey, anything. Like my dad, his work, everything, we left it in Syria. We couldn't, even our clothes, we couldn't get them with us to Turkey. So, yeah, and at the camp, like this was so difficult. Can you imagine you live in a tent? Now, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But like, now I'm so proud I made it.
We all have to learn English back in Korea when we were in elementary school or in middle school or high school. So when I first came to Canada, so it was a lot easier for me to adjust to this new environment and get along with the teammates when I was on the ice and off the ice too. So yeah, it helped me a lot.
Hockey is a lifestyle here. It is a way of life in this country, and so again, it's not just the element of playing the sport that's the most popular in this country. There's leadership, there's teamwork, there's confidence you get from doing something like that.
Hockey is so Canadian. It permeates everything, whether you live in a small town or you live in a big city. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. But when we take it down to the grassroots level, it is a sport that is inaccessible. And really, when you think about hockey and you think about the people that are playing the sport, there's a whole cohort of people that are being left out.
Oh, more so than ever, the expense have increased dramatically because of the lack of ice time, because of the quality and the make of the equipment. Everything has gone up dramatically, and it's even out of the price range of most people nowadays.
I think financially it was tough for my mom as a single mom. She just, after my father passed away when I was 7, she kind of had to take over and go back to work. And luckily my dad had a pretty good job, so that helped. But, I think that it was my mom sacrificed for us, myself and my siblings. So kind of giving me the opportunity to play was something that she was going to do no matter what.
I'm very fortunate, my parents, again, were more than accepting of putting us into these things, even though it meant spending a lot of money. But I know for a lot of new families in this country, sports is one of those difficulties. And yes, you want to get your kids involved because there's so many good things that come out of playing organized sports, because everybody should be afforded the same opportunity despite where they came from.
Mo, he's in a hockey for youth, and he came in our class and he said, like, does anyone want to try out the hockey? And it's free.
I'm not in any teams in school, like basketball, soccer, or any teams. But like after our coach told us about this program, then I pushed myself to learn hockey, right?
Actually, I was in this class when they came to the school, and the coach Mo came to our class and he said there is a program for newcomers. We would love to have you in, like to have just newcomers in. Like if I did not have Mo, I would not even start it. If there is a hockey for youth without the coach Mo, I will not start it because he made me try it, and I really thank him now.
Skating in the ice with really tiny like metal thing is hard before I start, and but like now I did it. Also, I'm the only one who's goalie in my team right now, and I think they need a good goalie.
The adrenaline when you're playing, and I play defense, and when I have to play against another team, another player, and I have to take it back, that's so.
This is actually was one of the most beautiful things of my life, because it was strange for me and very good. I did not know it, and I hate winter, I hate snow. When I first started playing hockey, I just started to be more, I don't know, more involved in the weather, more involved in the culture. You know, like in Canada, everyone plays hockey, everyone likes hockey.
Hockey for Youth is a charitable organization, and we provide new Canadian high school students in high priority neighborhoods with an opportunity to play hockey at no cost. It's really designed to be an inclusive environment for kids who don't know what skating is and don't know what hockey is, to be able to experience it without investing any money and any finances.
One of the things that this program did was connected these students on a social level, not an academic level. So you could see different circles and groups forming. People who have interest in the hockey, we see them together a lot more. And even within the ESL group, they would isolate themselves to cultures, backgrounds, colors. And now we're seeing they're getting together by interests. And the race, the color, the language are falling aside.
In our classes in ESL, we talk about how body language is very important. And so it's become hockey language is very important. They're getting to know each other on the ice to communicate around safety and anticipation, all of that. They're learning a team skill together, which brings anybody closer. They feel like they're doing something as Canadian as going to Timmy's and grabbing a coffee. Like, they feel really great. The first thing they want in the first couple of weeks are pictures of themselves to send home, because they can't believe they're playing hockey.
I knew that I was going to be going on the ice and helping out all kinds of kids that have never played hockey before and coming from different backgrounds across the world. The excitement of just getting out on the ice with their sticks, their helmets, and being able to just go past and play around and skate, actually, it was really rewarding for me to be a part of that.
They just go, fall down, laugh at each other, have fun. And that kind of stuff reminds me of when I first learned how to skate, because I was that kind of kid, like, just love to have fun with other people, other friends, and love the feeling of the ice. So yeah, it's really nice to see them doing that.
Having a charity like that again acclimates them to the main, social, cultural influence of this country is very, very important. And what Hockey for Youth does is incredible, because it allows these people who may not have been afforded a chance to be part of this cultural identity to do exactly that. And
it brings a lot of joy and a lot of happiness and things you want to share with everybody. You're proud to be part of this. It gives you a reason to engage again with the communities and with things that you've forgotten. We forget the difficulties in our city and in our communities, the isolation of these groups. And like I said, the greatest thing always is that reinvigoration of that belief. And that happens every Thursday when we get on the ice.
Hockey for Youth is really trying to close that gap. We're doing whatever we can. And obviously we're not going to close the gap on our own. But we want to provide that opportunity for a group of youth that can experience a sport that is so Canadian. Perhaps it will open doors for them as they grow older, as they go on to university, because it becomes a talking point for them. Hey, you guys are playing shinny today? I want to come on and play shinny too. And so we're hoping that as a sport, it provides an opportunity for them to open some doors.
I want to get better just to be a good player in our team. Also, I want to make happy my coach and other my team players. And that's more than a game. I love playing hockey.
The Hockey for You gave me a new life goal to be a professional hockey player.
I tried it and I fell in love with it. And now I feel like I want to keep playing hockey always.